Hey everyone, I wanted to share with you something I picked up at my local Walmart and do a quick review. This is the Camillus First Aid 3-Day Survival Kit. It's a first aid kit with emergency food and water in it. Now what attracted me to this in the first place was the bag. The bag itself caught my eye and I liked the size of it, I liked how it looked, and so I went over to check it out. I was surprised to find it was full of stuff. So I just wanted to review this real quick. I haven't seen anybody else talk about it yet, and so here it is. It comes in this coyote brown kind of color. It also comes in olive drab, black, as well as digital cam. And this is not a Maxpedition bag. I got to tell you that right from the beginning. It's not that kind of quality. I would put this more on the level of the UTG bags. In fact, this matches the same color as a UTG bag that I have. I wouldn't be surprised to find out it's made by them. So it's fairly sturdy. It's going to hold up to, average use, but it's not a bulletproof Maxpedition bag. It's not that kind of thing, but it's pretty nice. You'll notice it's got its grab handle right up front. I like that. It's pretty sturdy. I like how it's made. It's comfortable, and so you can quick grab this. I think this would be great to have in the trunk of the car or on the boat under the seat or something like that. And I think this would be a great thing to have. If you notice the belt or the clips here come off and you can undo, and you can open the handle up. These nylon straps wrap all the way around, and there's quite a bit of extra. There's quite a bit of extra nylon here, so you could stick a coat or a poncho or something in here, as well as just about anything. You can see here it goes through some webbing there. I think you could thread it through this webbing as well. I'm sure it would work through the larger webbing. So that's another option. So anyway, there it is. Also on the back there is 5 strips of MOLLE webbing, so that's pretty nice. Quick attach MOLLE with the snaps. I think if you threaded it through here, that would make a nice belt loop. Actually, you could run it through there. You could attach this to, like I said, your belt. You could attach it to another bag, some other equipment. Really, the options are pretty great. On the front of the bag, you'll notice some more webbing. And this large pocket here has an additional admin pocket, as well as 2 smaller ones. I think if you were going to use this bag as a first responder or something like that, this would be a great place to keep some notepads, or a notepad and some stickers. And the other thing is, on the sides there's a couple loops here. They're open bottom loops, but this would be a great place to put a flashlight with a clip on it, or possibly some pens. And or a marker, or Sharpie or something would fit in there just fine. So kind of a neat addition I haven't seen on another bag yet. On the side you have these pockets here that are just a large pocket. It's about the size you'd want for a radio or something like that. I don't think you can fit a water bottle in here, although maybe one of the little short ones would fit just fine. This is a PVC backed nylon cordura. And so it's going to be pretty durable. It's not waterproof per se. The fabric probably is, but it's going to leak in around the seams and the zippers and so forth. So it's not waterproof, but if it gets splashed on, or you set it in some wet grass or something, it's not going to soak through real fast. I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but I paid about $35 for this at my local Walmart, and I was really surprised at what this offers for 35 bucks. You have another identical pocket on the other side. And there's some webbing on that on both the ends as well, so you can add things or clip another flashlight or a knife or something like that if you really wanted to. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. All right, you got some emergency water. These are just over 4 ounces a piece, and there are 6 in here, and so that's not a ton of water, but it'd be enough to get you through. This advertises that it's good enough for 1 person for 3 days. You're not going to be comfortable with this amount of water, but it helps you survive, and you could always carry water another way too. If you've got this in your vehicle, you should have some additional water already stored away in your vehicle. So, but this is nice to have. This stuff is shelf stable. It's going to taste decent for a long time, so it's nice to have along. There's a shoulder strap in here as well. There's metal D-rings on the ends, and these are metal snap hooks, and there's a metal buckle on this as well for adjustment. You know, this is not a real thick or padded strap, so it's not going to be real comfortable if this thing was really heavy, but a bag this size, I think this is more than adequate. I can imagine running this crossbody or over my shoulder and then using the molly and making a belt loop for that as well and attach it to my belt. I think it'd be pretty stable. Alright, what else do we have in here? We've got a basic first aid kit that includes a whistle. That's something that I don't see very often, so that's pretty nice. A whistle, there's some string on it, high visibility orange. There are some metal tweezers in here. It advertises that there's a scalpel in here too, scalpel blade, and something unusual is a tourniquet. I've not seen a tourniquet in a beginner starter kit like this before, so that's pretty nice, as well as some antacid and painkiller. So, you know, this is not a trauma kit, but it's a good basic first aid kit. If you wanted to add to this, if you wanted to throw a trauma kit in here in place of this, I think there'd be room for that. So, or even attach it to one of the straps. So what else? All right, we got a 4-inch light stick, Siloom light stick. This is a cheapie. It doesn't say how long it's going to last. Some of these last about 8 to 12 hours and aren't super bright. I imagine that's what this is. It's the most common that you find in department stores and so forth. Others last about 15 minutes or 30 minutes and they're much brighter. But again, I think this is your basic run-of-the-mill light stick that you'd use for the kids on Halloween. But it's nice to have. Also, we have a bright orange emergency poncho. Again, this is a cheapie. This is the real thin, disposable kind of poncho. But there's a lot of uses for something like this if you're in a pinch. And it will keep you dry. Alright, we got a pair of hand warmers, 8-hour hand warmers. These are the air-activated iron filings that you've seen before. I'm sure you can get these anywhere. And 2 hand warmers isn't a lot. Hey, if you're out for 3 days in cold environment, you're going to want more than that. But it's a good place to start again, and you know, they work. Alright, we got an emergency space blanket, survival blanket. These Mylar blankets are, you know, they get a lot of uses. Some people love them, some people hate them. I will tell you that they will break down over time. If you leave this in a hot trunk, over time it's going to delaminate. So make sure that you check on this. These things are cheap, you know, just check on it, throw it away, put a new one in there once a year, you'll be fine. But again, a nice addition. Doesn't take up a lot of space. Alright, we've got some basic first aid instructions. It's nice to have along, especially if somebody finds you with this pack, or you're not able to do the work yourself, if somebody's using this and they don't have a lot of first aid experience, there's some instructions in there. Alright, we've got the SOS emergency survival rations. These, I guess, don't taste real great. I've never actually eaten them before, but they're full of calories and the shelf life on them is about 5 years. And there's 6 of them in this block, and so this would be a great thing to have. You put it in your bag, you forget you've got it. It's foil vacuum packed. It's going to be a fairly durable package if you leave it alone. This is going to last a long time, and it'll be there when you need it. So, you know, the bag and this alone are probably worth the price of admission. Okay, we've also got a flashlight and a couple batteries that are just thrown in here loose. These are cheap Panasonic batteries. You can get these at the dollar store. They're not real high quality batteries. And this flashlight is a cheap brittle plastic flashlight, so I don't expect a lot from this. It is not an LED, it's an incandescent flashlight. Looks to be a twist-on flashlight, but we're going to try it out. Hey, it works. It does work. It's not super bright, but it's probably enough to get by. The lens is terrible, but again, it throws off some light. You know, in a pinch, it'd be nice to have. I probably would replace this or at least add a decent LED light to this kit. I'll probably go ahead and do that so that I have something I can trust. I usually have a flashlight on me as well, but anyway, that's how it is. And that's it. That's all that's in the kit. The main compartment is fairly roomy. I don't know if you can see, but there is a mesh divider pocket that's about halfway up, and so that would just help keep things organized as well. Put some papers or something in there would help take care of it. So anyway, that's the Camillus First Aid 3-Day Survival Kit. First aid kit with emergency food and water. Again, guys, I think this is a pretty decent bag. I think that it's probably worth 35 bucks as it is. With some of the additional stuff, you know, that's a bonus. If you've not built a get home bag or a bug out bag or whatever you want to call it before, this would be a great way to start. It's not huge. It's big enough to carry what you need, small enough that you're not going to load it down with a bunch of weight that you probably don't need. So something to think about. Some of the materials, they're not the greatest quality, but again, it's a place to start. Replace what you think you need to, but it's a good buy, I believe. So check it out at your local Walmart. If you don't have Walmart in your area, I don't know where you're living, but if you don't, you can order it online. I did notice they have them on their website as well, and you know, they can do ship to store too if your local Walmart doesn't carry them. So check them out. I think it's worth the effort. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Talk to you later.